Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, July 30th, and we're going to be taking a look at a couple more games for the MLB slate tonight. We're going to start with the Houston Astros going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates, and for the best play of the day, it's going to be a match between the New York Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies. 4 total player props today, and as always, the 2 best player props will be towards the end of the video. Go out there, dominate this Tuesday, and let's break down some ball. All right, guys, let's take a look at this graphic recap from Monday night. Twins on the money line. Looked really good in the first 3 innings. Simeon Richardson was wheeling and dealing through 3 innings. Twins had a 1-0 lead, and now it is 15-1. So this was as bad as it gets there. Nathaniel Lowe, though, picks us up over 1.5 bases, hit a home run in this game, has 5 bases in total. That one does catch. And then Zach Wheeler here, under 2.5 runs going up against the Yankees. I was worried about the big bats of the Yankees. Turns out I should have been worried about everybody else because Aaron Judge hit a solo home run. Ben Rice hit a home run. Jazz Chisholm hit a home run. And then they had a couple people on base. I think it was the 5th inning or the 6th inning, and they scored a couple more runs on Zach Wheeler. So he had a bad night out there. So 1 and 2 day on the best bets. I would really like to not take credit for this graphic play because I wanted the Tigers to win, but I think the best advice I can give everybody until Tuesday afternoon, I think that's when the trade deadline ends. Don't put any bets in until about 2 or 3 minutes before the game because Jack Flaherty was pulled from this game. Whenever that happened, the Tigers had no chance. They had a rookie out there making his debut, going up against one of the better hitting teams in baseball. That one did not have a chance. Matt Vierling was pulled from this game after collecting a single after his 3rd at-bat, so that one sucked as well. And then Byron Buxton, the only bright spot on the graphic, plays over 1.5 bases. 2 for 2 currently with 2 singles, but the Twins, again, getting their asses kicked. So not a very good day. Still 1 and 2 here on the leaderboard. Did update it. Still 17 and 12 after the All-Star break. Well, we got to get some wins on the board, especially on the best bets. And we're going to be looking at the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Houston Astros as the first play. We're going to have Martin Perez back on the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates and Hunter Brown back on the mound for the Astros. We're going to go with the Astros in this game on the money line as a play. Yesterday, the Pirates, they were minus 130 with Paul Skeens on the mound. And over the last 2 games, the Pittsburgh Pirates, they haven't been able to get anything going in the first couple innings. They are currently hanging in tough against the Astros tonight on Monday night. But Paul Skeens, he's doing his thing. He only gave up 1 run. 2 runs, counting the error that the Pittsburgh Pirates had. But the Diamondbacks a couple of nights ago, it took an O'Neal Cruz solo home run in the 7th inning for them to get anything on the board. They eventually ended up winning that game because Rowdy Tellez came off the bench, pinch hit, got a clutch double, put them into extra innings, and then they won that game. But the point I'm trying to make is the Pittsburgh Pirates over the last couple games, they haven't been very hot at the plate, and they've been striking out a lot over the last 2 games. And they're going to go up against one of the best pitchers in the league right now in Hunter Brown. And yes, I can't believe I'm saying that, but this guy, he's made a complete 360. He used to be a full fade. Now I attack him going up against opposing teams. And over the last 10 games for the Houston Astros, he has gone at least 6 innings in all of those games, and he's given up 2 runs or less in 8 of those 10 games as well. He has 5 shutouts over the last 9 games, and you never know with the way he is pitching right now. We might see another shutout in this game going up against the Pirates. And the thing that I've noticed the most about Hunter Brown over the last several games is that he is allowing less runs because he's getting a lot better at getting himself out of his jams. He gave up 8 hits in the last game. He only allowed 1 run going 6 innings against the Athletics. And we've seen that a couple times now, giving up too many hits over the last 10 games. He did that against the White Sox as well. But again, he got himself out of a lot of jams, only allowed 1 run in that game. And I think he's going to continue to pitch well going up against the Pirates because the Pirates, again, they have been struggling to pick up the ball a little bit over the last 2 games. They're also going to have Martin Perez on the mound, who's coming off a shutout against the Cardinals going 6 innings, but in his 4 prior games, he gave up 5+ runs in 3 of those 4 games, and he is coming in with a 5.20 ERA and a 1.65 whip. Those are his second worst numbers of his career, and he's been in the league for a long time, since 2012. I don't like the pitching match that the Pirates have in this game, and I definitely don't like the bats over the last couple games. So I'm going to take the Astros here on the money line as the play. For the player prop on the screen, I'm going to go with Jose Altuve over 1.5 base against the Pirates. I like Altuve in this game because he is coming in with a .310 batting average, collecting at least 1 hit in 9 of the last 10 games. So we have not seen him get shut out in many games this season. The matchup is going to be going up against Martin Perez for at least the first couple at-bats. And going up against right-handed pitching this season, Perez is giving up a batting average of .313 with 32 extra base hits. Jose Altuve has been hot at the plate, and getting a matchup going up against a lefty might be the best-case scenario for us. He's hitting .336 against left-handed pitching this season. He doesn't have a ton of at-bats going up against the left side, only 110, but he has made the most of them. 37 total hits, 10 extra base hits. I like him in this game over 1.5 bases as the play there. Let's go over to the best play of the day. Took a long time to finally take this play, muster up the courage, but I'm going to take the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line at home going up against the New York Yankees. The Philadelphia Phillies are going to be at home in this game. I don't see them getting embarrassed back-to-back nights. So we're going to take them on the money line. The Yankees have been very good at the plate over the last several games, and they have been the best hitting team in baseball for the most part this season. But I do think while I was wrong yesterday about Zach Wheeler, the veteran presence in this pitching rotation for the Philadelphia Phillies will eventually pay off. we're going to have Aaron Nola on the mound, and he's been very good for the Phillies this year as well. Yesterday, whenever we had Zach Wheeler, it didn't really matter how good he'd been because the Yankees made quick work of him. But I'm still going to take a chance on Aaron Nola again in this game for the Phillies. Aaron, he is coming in with a 3.44 ERA and a 1.06 whip, so he does have really good numbers on the season. And keeping people off of the bases is the most important part, in my opinion, for any starting pitcher in the league. Aaron Nola is coming off a really good start as well, going up against the Minnesota Twins, where he went 6 innings, only giving up 1 run, striking out 6. And even if Aaron Nola does give up a couple runs, I think we're going to be okay because Garrett Cole is going to be on the mound for the New York Yankees. I've had Garrett Cole's back for a while now after coming back from his injury, but he is incredibly inconsistent right now on the mound. We have seen him now in 7 times this season coming back from that injury. He's given up 4+ runs in 3 of his 7 games, going up against the Mets, the Red Sox, and then the Mets again. He gave up another 4+ runs. He does have some pretty good starts underneath his belt, going up against some weaker teams, including the Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. He also has 2 good starts going up against the Orioles. But if you know anything about the history of Garrett Cole, you know that he dominates the Baltimore Orioles. But I'm not too concerned in this game with Garrett Cole on the mound because, one, the Philadelphia Phillies, again, they got embarrassed last night. That doesn't typically happen. And the Phillies are the second best hitting team in baseball. Cole, he's bringing a 5.40 ERA and a 1.46 whip. And I know we haven't seen him a lot this season, but those are both his highest numbers in his career since 2013. I don't think the Phillies lose back-to-back at home. I don't think they get embarrassed back-to-back at home. Give me them here on the money line as the play. For the player prop on the screen, we're going to take Bryce Harper over 1.5 bases going up against Garrett Cole and the Yankees. And Bryce Harper had a very funny moment a couple games ago on a hot mic going up against the Guardians where he yelled a 4-letter word extremely loud. I won't say it here after he missed a fastball right down the plate. He has been frustrated over the last 2 games, not clicking a hit against the Guardians and the Yankees in the first game of that series. But we should see him back on the board in this game going up against Cole. Harper is a left-handed batter, and going up against right-handed pitching, he does have a little bit weaker of a batting average, but he's still hitting .272, having 27 extra base hits, including 17 home runs. With Cole on the mound, he does struggle more going up against left-handed hitting, giving up 9 extra base hits with a .288 batting average and just 80 at-bats. I think the matchup in this game is good for Harper. I'm going to take him over 1.5 bases as the graphic play for tonight. Let's move on to the best player props of the day. We're going to be looking at the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the Washington Nationals. Give me Ketel Marte over 1.5 bases going up against the Nationals as a play. I'm going back to the bread and butter here. Whenever I'm in a little bit of a rut, I look only to Patrick Corbin to get me out of it. I've been leaving him alone for the most part over the last month, but I need to get a win on the board, especially for the player props. And this is as good as a matchup as you can ask for, getting a lefty pitcher going up against a switch-hitting batter who is one of the best hitters in baseball going up against left-handed pitching. On the season, Marte, he flips around a lot depending on the pitching matchup, but the one thing that has stayed consistent with him is that he loves to smash left-handed pitchers. Against the lefties this season, has a batting average of .352, which is nearly 100 points better from the right side. He has 100 at-bats less as well going up against lefties. I say he has 100 at-bats less because he has 23 extra base hits against the left-handed pitching and 22 extra base hits against the right-handed pitching with 100 less at-bats. He is going to see the sinker, slider, and hopefully the fastball for the most part in this game, even though Patrick Corbin does throw the cutter a little bit more than the fastball. But going up against the sinker, slider, and the cheddar this season, Ketel Marte, he is hitting all those pitches above 300 on the year. He does do a little bit worse going up against the cutter, but that means we're still going to have over 70% of the stuff that we're going to see from Patrick Corbin. We're going to be hitting that above 300 on the season. So I love the play here for Marte. Give me his over 1.5 bases as the play. For the pitching prop tonight, you might have guessed it. It's going to be Patrick Corbin to go over 2.5 runs going up against the Diamondbacks. I meant when I said I'm attacking Patrick Corbin tonight. I haven't done it in a while. It feels great attacking him. The Minnesota Twins, they were the best team in baseball going up against left-handed pitching, but the game last night going up against Jose Quintana, they didn't look all that great, and I'm sure that batting average is going to take a hit. So this might be now the best hitting team in baseball going up against left-handed pitching, the Arizona Diamondbacks. As it stands right now, they are the second best hitting team, hitting .275 on the season. They're going to get a great matchup here going up against one of the worst starting pitchers in baseball, and dare I say, the worst starting pitcher in baseball. The Diamondbacks, they've been thriving all season long going up against lefties, having the most hits, having the most runs, and the third highest on-base percentage going up against lefties. And the numbers, they speak for themselves for Patrick Corbin. All of his pitches that he throws are getting tattooed by opposing teams. He's now given up 3+ runs in 5 of the last 6 games, and it's almost like clockwork with Patrick Corbin. First time around, sometimes he gets out of jams. The second time around, he leaves a few people on base, but he does allow a couple runs. The third time around, Patrick Corbin gives up multiple runs. And if you're not scoring runs, if you're not scoring more than 3 runs against Patrick Corbin the third time around, you're the problem. Your team is the problem. It's not him. He has a 5.26 ERA and a 1.46 whip, and he is one of the highest paid players as a starting pitcher in MLB. He is top 5 paid in the MLB. They say money can't buy you happiness, and they are absolutely right. Give me Patrick Corbin here to struggle as the Washington Nationals continue to fall down the standings, over 2.5 runs as the play there. Let's take a look at the MLB recap. We're going to take the Astros on the money line going up against the Pirates. Jose Altuve over 1.5 bases, getting that matchup against Martin Perez. Bryce Harper over 1.5 bases with that matchup against Garrett Cole. The Phillies on the money line going up against the Yankees. They're not losing back-to-back at home. Ketel Marte over 1.5 bases going up against my Nationals. And then Patrick Corbin over 2.5 runs going up against one of the best hitting teams in baseball against left-handed pitching. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB picks and props for Tuesday, July 30th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.